So, from 2000 up until 2006, each year, 3.5% of eating disorders grew amongst teenagers. Then, from 2013 up until 2018, each year surpassed the shockingly 7.8%. I bet you have compared yourself to somebody at least once, maybe because of their hair, shoes, or their clothes. My real question behind it is, why? Why are we comparing ourselves to somebody completely unrelated to us? I hope that by this little introduction, you guys know what I'm going to be talking about. And hopefully, after this talk, you guys changed your perspective about yourself, even the slightest bit. First of all, we all have social media, and millions of people out there also do. Insanely enough, we can only see what they want to show us, what they want us to see. If they upload a nice picture of a beautiful dessert, or a crazy video of them, we only see the beautiful picture of the dessert. We don't see maybe all the mess that was behind it, or the things that they give it extra for it to look beautiful. If they upload a nice video doing an incredible trick, we don't see how much hard work was put behind it.
It's like hard.
We don't see all the hard work that was put behind it. Nor we don't see all the times that they failed.
Let's change it.
So, if we only see what they want us to see, why do we still believe all of those perfect models with those perfect bodies when perfection doesn't really exist, as beauty is subjective? We feel positive self-worth through the recognition and the comments that everybody tells to us. As a result, we've developed strong relationships in our sport, helping us to feel better about ourselves. We as a society believe on the trendy standards, and we make all those comments about telling that our body has to be respected to one's spirit. We create the ideal body for a specific body. Let's say ballerinas have to be insanely thin, and gymnasts have to be crazily muscular. If not, they are not the right one, are they? I think that's not how it should be, as everybody can take decisions of their leg. Everybody can do what they want. It's their own life. We shouldn't really influence in them. Yet, we may be vulnerable to low self-esteem. In sport or any physical activity, if we perceive ourselves as thin, inappropriate, or inadequate for the activity, making us feel worthless, despite it really our fault, as we grow up surrounded by all of these pictures that have an impact on us. We start to make an ideal body shape and body size for something. According to the Harvard Medical School, a study made for 582 girls from 12 to 18 years old, 69% believe that magazine pictures heavily influence in all of their body, and 47% believe that they wanted to lose weight thanks to those pictures. So, we now realize that the media promotes this thin image for us, making us feel worthless if we don't achieve it. But these standards are crazy, and they're mostly man-made. They are made by surgeries and ironing apps that are not natural at all. Moving on, I want to talk about something very curious that will later relate to my story. Social interaction of cooperation. It has certain features. When there's an author and an audience, they both have individual goals, and the goal of themselves might not even totally get out. This talk has probably not even a goal at it, as there's someone talking and the rest was just listening. This is exactly what happens in social media. We don't know each other. You and I, we probably don't even know each other. And we know less about strangers than the internet. And so, somehow, they impact heavily in our lives. For us to believe they're ideals that are probably not even common at all, as we are not surrounded in the same environment, with the same people, with the same characteristics. So now, let me show you a little bit of my dark past, something that I don't really like talking about because people might think that it's sad. But this will probably help you to grow. About 3 years ago, I developed an eating disorder. Actually, 2 of them. I almost got anorexia and I have bulimia. The real cause of it is undefined. I don't really know it. But I do know about some triggers that could have helped. As I was growing older, I realized that people care so much about what their appearance is. It wasn't a problem for me until it was. Thereby, I started using bad clothes and trying to cover my body as much as I could. It worked until it didn't, because I'm doing ballet class in aerosols, in which you have to wear tight leotards and tight leggings so you don't get tangled in fur, forcing me to see my actual body. That was pretty scary. According to the CAA, ACA-FS, adolescence is a critical period for the development and preservation of positive self-esteem, especially for young women. If parents, teachers, coaches, and others communicate approval, liking, and respect, a child develops positive feelings of self-confidence and self-worth. Using tight clothes actually helped me a lot, because all of the girls also had to wear it. I feel confident because all of those girls, I felt like I was part of them, a part of a group of confident girls. Since then, I started achieving small things in aerosols, like small drops. You can see a beautiful split over there. We use sequences, join competitions. So I wanted to use that same strategy with me, with my self-esteem, by trying to wear less baggy clothes or eating bigger nuts. I started talking nicely to myself, and I chose to liberate all of the negativity or working out. And I chose to set goals in realistic time frames so I could see my progress little by little, slow and steady. But self-esteem strongly developed during childhood. The environment that you grow in still affects you while you're growing up. It's never too late to alter one perspective and change self-worth. Thankfully, I am now currently doing what I love, and I now love very much my body. Even though it was a long grind, I made a lot of friends that helped me a lot, as they taught me the real value of a person, and they also taught me to not really focus on my physical appearance. And they told me to use all of that negative energy into doing something that I love. As us teenagers, we want to do a lot of different things. We have a lot of spare time, so they told me to use that. We only have one life, so don't ever, ever restrain yourself to do things that you love or things that you want to do just because you feel bad or you feel like you're unfit for that. When it's never that. We only have one life. We only have one chance. So make it work. Thank you.